Mr. Churchill, now that World War II has come to an official end, could you share your immediate feelings and reactions?
Indeed, the cessation of this global conflict is a moment both of profound relief and somber reflection. Our nation, much like a sturdy ship that has weathered a tempest, finds itself both scarred and intact. The emotions that stir within me are a mixture of pride in our indomitable spirit and sorrow for the sacrifices borne by our citizens.
Britain has endured much throughout this war. In your view, what has been the greatest achievement of the British people during this time?
The greatest achievement, undoubtedly, lies in the unyielding resolve of our people. Despite the relentless bombardment of our cities and the constant threat of invasion, we stood united, a solid front against the tyranny that sought to engulf our island. Our resilience has been our victory.
Looking forward, what are your visions and hopes for Britain's recovery and its future?
Our path to recovery is twofold. Firstly, we must rebuild not just our buildings, but the very fabric of our society, ensuring that no citizen is left behind. Secondly, we must look beyond our shores, playing a pivotal role in shaping a world where such a conflict is never repeated. My vision for Britain is one of peace, prosperity and leadership on the global stage, a beacon of hope for a war-weary world.
As we stand at the crossroads of history, what message do you wish to impart to the British people and to future generations?
To the British people, I say this: let us move forward with the same courage and unity that saw us through the dark days of war. To future generations, I impart the lesson that freedom is not granted freely. It is fought for, it is struggled for, and it must be defended with every ounce of strength. Let us be vigilant, let us be compassionate, and above all, let us be guided by the light of democracy and peace.
In reflecting on the war, how do you view the current state of Europe, and what role do you see for Britain in shaping its future?
Europe, as we behold it now, is a continent emerging from the shadow of devastation, seeking a path to rebuild and unite. Britain's role, as I see it, is paramount. We must strive to foster unity, support the restoration of peace, and ensure the stability of democracy across Europe. Our leadership could be the keystone in the arch of European recovery, guiding our neighbours towards a collective prosperity.
Turning to a specific chapter of the war, the Bismarck's pursuit highlighted the strategic importance of naval power. Could you share your thoughts on that episode and its implications for naval warfare?
The saga of the Bismarck was indeed a dramatic testament to the significance of naval supremacy in global conflict. That mighty battleship, feared by many, symbolized the fierce determination of our enemy. Yet its downfall at the hands of our Royal Navy underscored a crucial lesson: that resilience, strategic cunning and technological advancement are indispensable in securing the seas. The Bismarck's end not only marked a turning point in the naval theatre of war, but also reaffirmed Britain's naval heritage and prowess.
Looking ahead, how do you perceive the future of naval warfare and Britain's position within it?
Naval warfare, like all aspects of military strategy, will continue to evolve. The advent of newer technologies, from radar to aircraft carriers, signifies a shift towards more diverse and complex battlefields. Britain must remain at the forefront of these developments, investing in innovation and maintaining a naval force that is both formidable and adaptable. Our island's security, and indeed our influence on the world stage, depends greatly on our maritime strength.
Finally, how should we remember the lessons learned from this war, especially those demonstrated by the conflict at sea?
The lessons of this war, particularly those fought on the high seas, must remind us of the price of freedom and the importance of preparedness. We learned that no adversary is too mighty, and that the seas, much like the skies and the land, are arenas where liberty must be defended. These lessons should not only be remembered, but also serve as a guide for future generations to ensure peace and security in an uncertain world.
With the war now behind us, what are your aspirations for Britain's recovery and its role in the global community?
Our immediate task is monumental, yet I am buoyed by an unshakable faith in the British spirit. We must reconstruct not merely the edifices that shelter us, but also the very sinews of our economy and the fabric of our society. Education, healthcare and housing must be our priorities, ensuring no citizen is left in want. Internationally, Britain must stand as a beacon of democracy, a champion of peace, and a proponent of international cooperation. Our role in the formation of the United Nations is just the beginning of this commitment.
Economically, the war has exerted a tremendous strain on Britain. How do you envisage our economic recovery and growth?
Indeed, the economic toll has been severe, but it is within our capacity to surmount these challenges. We must stimulate growth through innovation, bolster our industries, and expand trade relations both within the Commonwealth and beyond. Austerity may be our present circumstance, but through perseverance and ingenuity, prosperity will be our future.
Socially, the war has brought about significant changes. How should Britain address these changes moving forward?
The war has indeed transformed our society, bringing forth a clarion call for greater equality and social welfare. We must answer this call by fortifying the bonds of community, enhancing social security, and ensuring that every Briton has the opportunity to contribute to and benefit from our collective prosperity. The spirit of unity and sacrifice that prevailed during the war must now be channeled into rebuilding a fairer, more inclusive society.
Finally, how do you envision Britain's leadership in shaping a peaceful and stable post-war world?
Britain's leadership must be characterized by both wisdom and resolve. We have a pivotal role in fostering international dialogue, mitigating conflicts, and building alliances that secure peace and stability. Our diplomatic efforts must aim not only at preventing future wars, but also at promoting economic stability and social justice worldwide. Let us lead by example, showing that the values of freedom, democracy, and cooperation are not merely ideals, but actionable principles that guide our path forward.
Throughout the war, your leadership has been a beacon for Britain. What do you believe are the key qualities of effective leadership, especially in times of crisis?
Leadership, in its essence, demands a blend of resilience, vision, and an unwavering commitment to one's principles. In times of crisis, a leader must be the embodiment of the nation's courage, offering hope amidst despair, guidance amidst uncertainty. It is not merely about making decisions, but about inspiring those around you to stand firm in the face of adversity. Integrity, determination, and empathy. These are the hallmarks of true leadership.
Looking back on your tenure as Prime Minister during such a pivotal era, how do you hope to be remembered by future generations?
I've always sought to serve Britain to the best of my ability, guided by a love for this great nation and a firm belief in the virtues of freedom and democracy. If I am to be remembered, let it be as someone who stood steadfastly for these principles, who faced the storm with courage and who never wavered in the fight against tyranny. More than anything, I hope my legacy inspires others to serve their country with honor, to cherish their liberties, and to face their own challenges with the same indomitable spirit.
In a world that continues to face new challenges, what advice would you give to future leaders?
To future leaders, I say this: never lose sight of the bigger picture, the pursuit of a better, more peaceful world. Embrace the lessons of history, not as chains binding you to the past, but as a compass guiding you towards wise decisions. Remember that leadership is not just about the power you wield, but the lives you touch and the legacy you leave behind. Above all, maintain a steadfast commitment to justice and truth, for these are the foundations upon which a lasting peace can be built.
And finally, what message would you like to convey to the British people and the world at this historical juncture?
To the British people, I extend my deepest gratitude for your resilience and unity through our darkest hours. Your spirit has been the fortress that has protected our freedoms. To the world, I say, let us move forward together, learning from our past to build a future marked by peace and prosperity. Let us forge strong bonds of cooperation and friendship, for it is only through unity that we can face the challenges ahead and secure a brighter future for all.